Greetings, Ansteorra. I hope everyone has had a fun-filled day learning all the things. I set in several of the classes and they're very informative. This is what is going to be the state of the kingdom, and we're going to have all of our greater officers speak to their office and how things are going in those areas. Uh, First up will be our Shadowlane.
Hi, Ansteorra. We have a lot going on in the Shadowlands office, and things have been going pretty well. I just wanted to give you an update on how things look for recruitment and retention. So far, things are going great this year. We've seen large spikes in recruitments off of all of the spring demos across the kingdom, totaling about 250 newcomers recruited this year alone. We're making great progress to recruit newcomers at a better pace than last year, but more importantly, our retention is up significantly. We're sitting around 15 to 20% retention right now, which is really solid and kind of what we hoped for. We talked about improving those numbers last time. Now, I'd like to give big shout outs to the spring demos that really drove a lot of this recruitment. Thank you to the teams that ran MedFair, Comic Palooza, the Sherwood demo. Just a heads up that we also have other demos coming up not too far in the future. We've got demos like Fan Expo, and San Japan and New Braunfels Renaissance Festival coming up in the next half of the year. So I'm sure that all of them will need help, and please reach out to the groups running those demos and see what you can do to help them. So next, let's get into some of the projects that the Shadowlands office has been working on and what's coming in the headlights. So I've been working on a kingdom census. I've talked about it a few times now. We're doing this just to give more data to all of our officers and crowns to use throughout the kingdom and to help us better prepare for coming years. I think that we were a little ambitious in our original goals of trying to get it out by this spring. There was a lot to do. I had professionals reviewing it at various stages, and there's going to be a lot more work left to do. I hope to get it out by the fall, but it definitely should be ready for previews and for crown sign-off this year, which is exciting. Also, coming up in the headlights, we have the San Japan demo within the next a little over a month from now. That's down in Bjornsborg. It's always got a lot of recruitment, and the team down there has been doing great work. They've also done a fantastic job of retention, especially in their fighter community. So big shout out to Bjornsborg, and give them a hand if they need it with San Japan. A thing that we've been looking at on the Shadowlands side of things is reporting, specifically how reporting can skew numbers and change things. And there are going to be some small modifications to the reporting system. And we discussed today in our meeting about the idea of setting up specific demo reporting. On top of that, in our meeting today, we also talked about how we can streamline Newcomers Academy processes throughout the kingdom. We revisited that in the Shadowlane meeting. There's a lot of excitement around the idea of trying to get a kingdom-wide Newcomers Academy going, and several people were interested in being a part of that. I've received emails from a few, and people spoke up in the meeting as well. There seems to be a lot of interest. And so it looks like we will be able to put together a team to do that. And I really hope that we can support local groups a little bit better if we can get something like that going. So what you should expect to see out of that would be maybe within the next year, a team leading a Newcomers Academy that would be held digitally. So either through Zoom or Google Meet. They would have basic intro level meetings for newcomers to give them an idea of what's going on in arts and sciences, combat, camping, what it looks like to go to your first event, etc. And then from there, local groups would take over and they would do more specific or more detailed meetings. Moving on from that, the demo section of the handbook is not quite done yet. I hope to have it done when I get back from my trip. So probably sometime in September is what I'm guessing is when it would be finished. I hope to get it to the Crown for them to look at it sometime around then. As well, we talked about the idea of doing demo reporting. There was some interest in that. However, Shadowlands are always worried about having too many reports, and I agree with that. So we're also investigating the idea of demo. Beyond that, there's not a lot going on in the office. We do plenty of work with the many demos that are going on around the kingdom, and with the various retention activities local groups are doing. What I will say, and the way you can help your Shadowlands, we talked a little bit about this in our meetings, is community building. The best platform we can give newcomers to our kingdom is a strong, stable community that welcomes them in and makes them feel like a part of it. So what I would say is when you have times when you're going to dinner after local activities or game nights or whatnot in your baronies and shires, make sure to invite your newcomers. Explicit invites are always good, and it'll help the Shadowlands do their job of bringing new people in and getting them invested in their local areas. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for that report. And we'll get with you after you get back from your vacation. Sounds wonderful. Next up is our Kingdom Seneschal.
Hello, everybody. I'm not a fan of public speaking, so my reports tend to be brief. If you ever have any questions, concerns, or commentary you would like to share with me, you can feel free to email me at my office address, which is on the website. First, I would like to say that a big thank you to Castiana, our former DEIB officer. They have stepped down and moved into the Society DEIB office, and I expect that they're going to do amazing things for the Society, just like they have for our kingdom. But they've got some big shoes to fill, and I have confidence that Sorsha, who's taking their place, is going to do a good job as well. So welcome, Sorsha, and thank you again, Castiana. On our membership numbers, my numbers are a little different than our Shadowlane. I show a decrease in the overall membership for the past 6 months, with the biggest losses in the central region at 12%, 5% in southern, and 4% in Vindheim. I think that has a lot to do with the current economic situation and less to do with what we are doing as a society. So if there are ways to support each other, let's reach out and help. Reports overall, we have a 75% on-time reporting rate for the entire kingdom. The few reports that have been late, they've been turned in prior to the 15th. We have 100% reporting for the past quarter, which is incredibly good. And a big thank you to all the local seneschals who work hard and deal with the front lines. You are appreciated. And we have an incipient canton in the Stargate area, Crimson Ravens Marsh, and I'd like everybody to take time to welcome them and support them where possible. And Scoregarter, the canton of Namron, is also back active. So look forward to working with them and enjoying their events to come. There are a lot of kingdom and local offices that are open. Please consider volunteering. We cannot operate as a society without your support. Everybody's job that they take on, no matter how insignificant it feels to you, is valued and needed and appreciated. And our events are bid out over a year, but we can still accept bids for kingdom level events. So if you are interested or your group is interested in hosting an event, you can contact our event coordinator, find out what events are looking for bids. And if you have any questions or concerns that they can't answer, please reach out to me. And that is all I have.
Thank you, Beatrix. Our next up will be our Exchequer, Kingdom Exchequer.
Greetings, Ansteorra. It's my last roundtable as your Kingdom Exchequer, and I want to say one thing. Thank you to all of my Exchequers in Ansteorra. I couldn't do this job without you. The fact that when a message goes out, y'all respond quickly and get everything going, I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. I want to say for the special committee that's out there, they are working currently to get one form for the known world to do all of our stuff with. So please be patient and bear with the special committee and Honorable Lady Winifred when she comes in to take over for me. Please be patient. There is a lot of changes coming to the Exchequer world. They are trying to bring us into the 21st century. For anybody and everybody that's ever been interested in looking in the Exchequer, please get a hold of me and I will send you the Discord link to talk with the Society Exchequer. She is very open to people talking to her and asking questions and figuring out what's going on. So please step up, help out. The Exchequer office, it is not an office that will send you to jail. That is one thing I've been trying to stop the entire time I have been Exchequer. You will not go to jail as an Exchequer. Please come help out your Exchequer. It is not a scary office. Just know we all hate the Google or the Excel form. Just know we all hate. That is all I have, Your Majesties.
Thank you, Sean. Next up will be Star Principal Herald.
Hello, Ansteorra. I too am very nervous when I'm online. So, but I just want to let you guys know how the College of Heralds is doing. We do have 65 Herald officer positions, 54 warranted offices, 2 are royal staff, 2 are coronet staff for Vindheim, 9 are College of Scribes, 4 locations in Ansteorra are in a no Herald option due to the size of the group. It just means that they are not required to keep a Herald to maintain a group status. We have 5 locations in Vindheim who have a no Herald option due to size. And these, again, these groups can have a Herald. They just right now don't have one. We only have 1 location that is dormant right now. I'm very excited about that. And congratulations to Scoreguard, the canton that has become active again. And we're very excited about that. We've had some very positive actions in 2025 that we had heralded in and hopefully started going with in January, and we gained a lot of momentum. The College of Heralds is constantly moving, growing, and evolving in every aspect of heraldry. And under the direction of Mistress Elena With, our Border Herald, we are now producing the Herald's Gazette again. It's been many, many years. It is a publication for heraldic news. It is by the heralds, from the heralds, and for the heralds. And it is actually, she puts that out every month, and it has a lot of good information in it. If you are on the heralds list, the email list, then you will, I believe she sends out a copy that you can click on and you can get to it. If not, we do have a link on the College of Heralds website. In this Gazette, there are monthly notes from heraldic officers, which rotate every month, and the Heralds of Ansteorra, as well as herald training scenarios and a lot of other fun and educational stuff. If you're a herald and you want to write something and put it in the Gazette, just contact Mistress Elena With. She'll help you out with that. We have implemented educational onboarding and training for the first 90 days of a new herald in office, and then we follow them specifically for some amount of time after that to make sure they're getting the support and the training that they need. And we are also fixing to implement a 1-year mark training system as well, just to touch base, make sure everybody's doing well. We have implemented extra structural training through deputy positions. So if you are not sure if you want to have an office in the College of Heralds, you can do a check-in as a deputy and you can decide based on that information. It is a no harm, no foul position. You can step in, learn the office. If you decide, 6 months in, 3 months in, 2 months in, this is not for you, you can step out and find another office to shadow. It works good for both the officer and the trainee, because the officer gets a little bit of help and they get someone to talk to. Sometimes it's lonely in the College of Heralds, and that way you can actually find out the things you wouldn't normally know. Now, hat tip to our Sigillarius and our Golden Bridge Heralds, who have been working really, really hard to help promote our DEIB programs. Sigillarius literally systematically went through and has created SVG signs that can be mailed out to every group in Ansteorra and Vindheim. And what this is, I don't know if you've ever been to court in Bjornsburg, but many years ago they started where they have these foam placards, and they're big. They're like 11 by 14, I think. And they get them laminated and they put the award on there and they put a brief context on the back of what they are. And at the time, we didn't have a silent herald, but even now with only 1 or 2 that we have in Kingdom, sometimes they're not at every event. And you can use these signs to put up to kind of show your populace what the awards are for people that cannot hear what's happening, or for whatever reason, they just are getting lost in court. Court is a beautiful experience, and I believe that everybody, regardless of their ability to see or hear, should be able to experience that as well. And so Sigillarius created these signs at my prompting and has them available. If your group would like a set of these, they can be emailed out, and then your group can go and print them out and have them posted on those boards and things like that. Also, if you want specific ones for your barony or your shire, awards that are specific to your group, we can actually make the SVGs for those as well. You just have to get with the Sigillarius to get that done. You can contact me. I'll put you in contact with them. With the help of Bjornsburg's Lady Cataline de Lis, we are also implementing a Heralds Voice for all levels of deaf and blind populace to get messages on site and at court. This is a system that was used in Meridies, and I spoke with the lady about it several years ago at a Heraldic Retreat when I was Asterisk, and tried to get as much information as I could. And then Cataline has done this I think last year she did it at one of her events. And basically what it is they sign up for a program. It's free. It doesn't cost them anything. We set it up through the College of Heralds. They sign up at gate when they come in, and our heralds, our site heralds, our tournament heralds, and our voice heralds just become a member of that messenger stream. They click their little speaker thing when they're giving an announcement. It automatically puts it in the program, so it's not like they have to be sidetracked by typing. And it automatically shows up on the phone of the person that has signed up for that extra ability. Now, the wonderful thing about this is you're saying, oh, well, for deaf people, they can read that. Well, most of the blind people that we have that play in the SCA with us have screen readers. And so it automatically will read those things out. So they literally will know when lunch is starting, when court is starting, when what's happening over here is happening, and of course during court, the awards and things like that. And it makes the SCA so much more accessible for those people, which has really been on my heart for a while. And so I'm just so excited with the Heralds for what they have done. It's been amazing. Look for more of that in the future as well. We're going to be bringing that out to some events near you, and hopefully eventually we'll all be doing that. We have Ansteorra Heraldic and Scribal Symposium. We had it in 2025 at the coast, and it was a huge success. We primarily will put have them north, and then we moved them central, and then we moved them south. And so now it's time for us to go back north. So Heraldic Retreat and Boot Camp is next weekend, and it again is at the coast. Lac Saulier is hosting that for us, and they are doing an amazing job with that, and we'd like to see you all out there. But we do need bids for Ansteorra and Heraldic and Scribal Symposium and Heraldic Retreat for 2026. And we're really, really hoping that we get some Vindheim bids. I'm not saying nobody, you know, if you don't live in Vindheim, you can't put a bid in for that. But we really, really would like to see our Northern Territories pick those events up as well. It's time. The other thing that I think that it's time for is Known World Heraldic and Scribal Symposium. We generally have a virtual one in January, and then we have an in-person one in June. And this year something happened and the building fell through. And so we didn't have an in-person one. We just had 2 virtual ones. Well, we've had it in Ansteorra before. I believe that Bjornsburg has done it way back in the day, and I want to say that Stargate has, but that might have been a virtual one. But you know what? It's not too late. Let's bring Known World Heraldic and Scribal Symposium back to Ansteorra in 2026. If you want to know more information, you can go to the College of Arms website at heraldry.sca.org/KWHSS, and there is a whole list of find out how to do it, and all the information that you need. And you can also reach out to me. The College of Heralds is a wonderful place. Every one of our heralds works diligently. Our voice heralds are the best in the known world, I believe. And if there's anything you ever need for your heraldry and you just don't know where to go, you can always reach out to me and I will give that information to you. And I appreciate you, Ansteorra. Go Heralds.
Thank you. Thank you very much for all that information. Next up will be the Minister of Arts and Science.
Greetings, Ansteorra. This is Beatrice. I am your Ansteorra Minister of Arts and Sciences. Though I public speak all the time, all bets are off after 3 o'clock on Saturday. So let's get started. Local arts and sciences is booming. We have so many wonderful projects that are getting sent in on our reports. We have so many awards that are getting put in. I don't know how the crowd's going to go through all of them. So keep them coming, keep watching for projects, keep building community, doing things together, because this is how we keep everybody strong. I like to say we're the largest activity in the SCA because no one takes the field without an artist putting something on their back. So let's keep it going. All right, let's talk a little bit about Kingdom ANS. We are going to be testing out the golf course sheets that we have been working on. We may be doing a later version than I intended because we're going to be doing a test, but your scores will still be relative to the old Kingdom ANS form. Our due date, we are going to have everything in, all documentation, all videos, all that is needed by the 31st. I call this SCA 31st. There's some benefits of doing it the right way, but if you have a problem, just contact me and we'll work something out with your judges. This gives us time to go through the documentation so we're not reading in a noisy hall with a child poking on us. So it doesn't give us the best way to comment for you, and it allows us to take the time that your projects do deserve. All right. Well, I want to congratulate Vindheim for holding their first Principality Arts and Sciences. It was well attended. It was I saw video and pictures and many amazing things that came out of that. I hope some of them come to Kingdom ANS with those projects, just yet. But we'd like to see new things happening and new ways to show our arts. Oh, just to mention, we are going to have display again at Kingdom ANS. The sign-up forms are live. There is one for the display, one for ANS. If you push the wrong button, it will send you to the other one. So it became very difficult to tease out who was displaying and who was actually entering into Kingdom ANS. So we've done this as 2 different signups this year to see if that works a little better. If you decide that your project is not going where you want, get with me, we'll put it in the display. And really the display sign up is just to make sure we have enough tables and we don't have people bring projects, you know, all this way to Bradley without having a place to put them. So that's very important to sign up, and sign up will close the 31st of August, the same day that all your documentation has to be in. That'll help you make sure that your projects are where you want them. All right. So let's round back out to something else. Let's talk about our guilds. I have asked Master Goldweird to go through our documents, talk to people, and see what guilds we have. In Kingdom Law, it says that Arts and Sciences is supposed to assist and monitor these guilds, but I don't think that all of them, we don't know what all's out there. And one of the things that we have a problem with is somebody gets a guild and they're doing so much and they're doing a great job and then they're just so tired. So we want to make sure to provide some structure and ideas around guilds. More community is better than just doing art on your own. It's fun to do art with other people. It's fun to share ideas. And we want to make sure we have all of our guilds up and running, or at least identified for when someone wants to revive them. Finally, I want to say that John of Severn, Sir John of Severn, is going to be my replacement. He will be stepping up at Kingdom ANS. I know he has a lot of great ideas and a lot of things that he wants to accomplish. I hope everyone supports him as much as possible and we keep the program going. This is my last roundtable. I have enjoyed every minute of this job, and I have enjoyed working with every artist. You guys are amazing, and you've given me an amazing 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Beatrice. Also, as it was announced last weekend, Estefad will be happening at Kingdom ANS. I just wanted to mention that since it was near the Minister of Arts and Science.
Estefad sign up will be next week. I need to build that out. I haven't finished.
Thank you. Thank you. Next up will be our Kingdom Earl Marshall.
Good afternoon, Ansteorra. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who attended all the classes today. We had a lot of really good talks. If you weren't able to attend, the Society has just released a updated handbook for rattan combat, especially those of you planning on going to Penzik. I suggest you read them, both for if you're fighting or if you're doing combat archery. There's some new rules there that you need to know. Other than that, I'm happy to announce that Kajira Camber is the new Marshallate Secretary. I want to thank Megan Fleur DeWald for all of her great work and really helping me out when I took this office. And for those of you who don't know, Count Romanius is also our youth heavy combat marshal as well. Past that, everything is going good. Our fighting communities are getting healthier. With the addition to the Order of the Mark, our missile community is growing rapidly. If you're not into any of the archery, thrown weapons, or siege, you should get into it. It's a whole lot of fun. Injuries have been at a minimum, and fighting has been well participated, even with it being our hotter months. So I encourage everybody to to keep it up. We're doing really good. Thank you.
Thank you, Skeggy. Up next is our Kingdom Chronicler.
Hello, Ansteorra. I am Estan Conicler. I'd like to thank all the local chroniclers first for all the hard work they're doing, getting in their reports in on time, which by that I mean their newsletters. But thank you for all the hard work there. As far as openings go right now, we only have 2 open positions. One for North Keep and Lac Solier are in current need of a chronicler. I know it's hard to fill in those places because a lot of people doing a lot of things, but if you're interested, get a hold of them. Some good news, in May, we released the Farm, Field, and Forest edition of the Black Star, which I was told a lot of people liked. That was spearheaded by Jesmond of Imix Keep, and I'd like to thank her for all of her efforts in putting all that together. We are making a new special edition right now. I believe the plan is for next month, if possible, about the Order of the Mark. About a minimum the current 10 holders, or at the time it will be at least. And if you are interested in possibly putting something towards that edition, I would encourage you to reach out to the Throne Weapons Marshal or Beatrix. They are the ones getting all that information currently put together. And as soon as they get it all together, we're going to go and finalize it. I don't think I have a whole lot more than that, honestly, right now. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that information. Up next is our Kingdom Web Minister.
Hi, this is Osa and Belinda. I'm our Kingdom Web Minister, and really the biggest thing to report on for Web Ministry is AMP. This Sunday, we rolled out version 1.3. It is our hierarchy and security update, which adds in, most importantly, with regards to Roundtable, the option for regionals to actually hire on officers within their region. This also leads to fun things like all award recommendations, including Vindheim and Baronial award recommendations, can now be submitted through AMP, which means we centralize that information even more. Thank you to Master Martin, Duke Jean Paul, Hershikana Colfina, and Honorable Lady Francesca, all for working on this project and continuing to be awesome with these updates. I appreciate all of their work that they put into this. With regards to Roundtable, our average attendees per hour has been 157 people, with our max being 179 in courses at one time. Thank you to all of our Roundtable hosts. We had so many people come and volunteer for this. Thank you to Ginger for taking charge with this, and Colfina for filling in as the tech lead. As for our hosts, we had Megan Flower DeWall, Evelyn Camerell, Astrid, Grenillian, Ali of Bringolad, who's one of our newcomers actually, Tally, Very, Evelyn, Antigone, Katrina, Delphina, and we had so many people. It was lovely. Thank you for all of your help. When it comes to the Kingdom's websites, we have 58 active websites in our domain, with new email lists having been created for the Order of the Mark, as well as the Vindheim Bastions. And we have about 43 active plugins that we use to help organize and run our websites. That's pretty much it regarding our our web ministry. We do have an open office for our ANS web minister, as Beatrice will be stepping down from that position at Kingdom ANS. But web ministry has been doing great. I'm really happy with our officers here.
Thank you. Thank you for that information. We have social media officer.
Hello, Ansteorra. As some of you might not be aware of, this is my first roundtable. My name is Drew Drake, and it will also be the last that this position will be a deputy under the Seneschal. Our Seneschal is currently working with the society to create the social media office as a greater officer. I was asked to speak of some of the things that we are doing. I just had an incredible training with our local social media officers, and I'm very excited to work with all of you and building our online presence as a society to create more exciting content for everybody to enjoy, to bring new members in, and to show what we are doing at a known world level. I want to thank everybody for your support as I step into this role and as we grow in Discord, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And if you are at all interested in helping create content or grow our presence, email us. I am so excited to work with everybody as this can be a very large collaborative goal, and I'm excited to see where we go. Thank you so much, Your Majesties, and thank you, Ansteorra.
Thank you. Thank you all. Well, that's all of our greater officers. We'd like to ask their Royal Highnesses, Crepin and Christiana, if they would like to address the kingdom.
Howdy, y'all. We want to thank all of the presenters today and the facilitators for running the rooms. We had a great time sitting in on warranting classes and in a lot of the facilitated discussions. It was really awesome. We're really looking forward to a great summer with everyone going into the fall, and hope everyone can stay cool and in the shade. We are looking forward to one thing that's a little abnormal at Coronation this year. We are going to be hosting not just my King's Championship, but we are also going to be hosting the Cut and Thrust Royal Blade Championship. So we're really hoping that we're going to get a great, strong turnout for both. And we look forward to announcing the formats of both of those as we get closer. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Your Highnesses. Look forward to that. Your Majesty.
So first, I would like to thank everyone who worked very hard to make yet another successful roundtable. You guys rock. There was a ton of very informative classes. But I would also like to remind everyone that we have a ton of online resources for people to check into, from Excheer classes, Seneschal classes, recruitment and retention, DEIB classes. It's a resource that all of us that have available through our Kingdom web pages, through our officers pages. And if you can't find that information, please reach out to your local officers. They might be able to help you. Those resources are available for everyone. We have different videos and things. I would like to ask all of our officers kingdom-wide if we can focus a little harder on actively training our deputies, especially our ER deputies, how to do reporting and how to the office works, because life happens and sometimes we have to have people step down. And it's very hard if our officers below them aren't trained to do the job. And so getting people trained up earlier in your office, way before you plan on transitioning, would be awesome. As a lot of you know, our kingdom prepares to go to war, to go to Pinzik. We've had a lot of people help out preparing for Pinzik, and then we'd also like to thank all of you that will be joining us at Pinzik. It's going to be an absolute blast. We have moved the schedule around, so if you get a chance to please look at our kingdom activities on the Pinzik schedule. They are different than our normal years. What else? Oh, so it didn't happen yet. So we would like to ask if there's anyone in our kingdom, any group in our kingdom, who would like to help to volunteer to help paint the royal pavilion. We have a new pavilion after the last one was damaged, and during our previous crown's reign, they didn't have time to get it painted as it was towards the end of their reign. So if there's any groups that would like to help out to help get the kingdom pavilion painted, please reach out to us, and we'd love to work with you on getting that done.
And that is the achievement that will be going on the Kingdom Pavilion, not just any picture. There is a specific, it will be the Kingdom achievement. But we would welcome anyone who would be interested in with the getting the design and painting it, and we can get it to you, or and the supplies needed.
And that's all I got.
Yeah. Again, thank you all for everything that you all are doing. It takes everyone to pull this job off, and we appreciate everyone's help and support, and look forward to continuing on in the future. Thank you guys again.
Thank you.
See you later.